Most people overcook shrimp because they don't understand it. I'm going to teach you how to speak shrimp today. One of my favorite dishes to make is Spicy Shrimp Primavera. Let's fix it. We're going to make this shrimp spicy, so I'm using smashed garlic and habanero peppers to give it a real kick. I removed the seeds from the peppers to control the heat. The plan is just to saute these for a minute or so, get the flavors in the oil, and then we'll add the shrimp. I usually buy my shrimp frozen and it holds up pretty well to the cold. Here's how to prep it. First off, frozen shrimp can be thawed quickly in cold water. The shells peel off quite easily. Then resting it on paper towels will remove excess moisture. I want to make sure I distribute the garlic and the habanero flavors, so I tip the oil around a bit. Also, I realize it needs a little more oil. You'll notice I didn't dice the garlic and I didn't dice the habaneros. If I diced the garlic, it would burn very quickly and add an off flavor to everything. If I diced the habaneros, I wouldn't be able to control the heat, and that would be a real problem. We would have inedible shrimp. You might have noticed that I left the tails on the shrimp. The thing is, most of the flavor comes from the shells, so I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty to get some extra flavor in the shrimp. The most stressful part of cooking shrimp is that it is so easy to overcook and turn into rubber. So how do you know? I think shrimp is really fun to cook because it tells you what to do based on its shape. Here you can see the progression. First, we have the raw shrimp. Then we have the shrimp that's slightly cooked and ready to be flipped over. Notice how it's just starting to curl a little bit. And next we have perfectly cooked shrimp. It looks like a C. That's what you want in your shrimp. And then we have what I call the Roley-Poley rubber at the end, where it's way overcooked. Whenever you're served a plate of shrimp that looks like a bunch of Roley-Poleys, get ready for a rubbery, disappointing experience. Now that we're experts on the shrimp progression, let's get back to the stove. I notice the shrimp is starting to curl up like a C, so I start flipping it over. I like to start with the shrimp I put in the pan first and just kind of work my way around in that order, trying to get them to cook as evenly as possible. The mistake most people make is they wait until the shrimp looks like a perfect C before they flip it over. If you do that, you're done. It's going to be rubbery roly-poly. The shrimp are almost done. Let's do a fast motion so you can see how they change into that perfect shape. You ready? Did you miss it? Try focusing on one shrimp. It's easier than watching them all at once. Time to pull the shrimp. Notice that I'm removing them in the same order that I placed them in the pan, so hopefully they all cook evenly. I'm going to remove the aromatics, dump the oil, and then get ready to saute the veggies. There are so many veggies to choose from, just choose what you like. I chose summer squash, zucchini, mushrooms, and red peppers. I dumped the oil because I don't want my veggies to be spicy like the shrimp is. I only want the shrimp to be the spicy star. I didn't end up using all the veggies I sliced, just used the ones that would fit in the pan. If you overload the pan, then the veggies will steam instead of saute, and so you just get mushy veggies. After about 5 minutes of sauteing, the veggies look really good. In fact, they're just about ready to come out of the pan. The zucchini looks like it's taking the longest. That's okay, we'll just leave it in there a little longer. Now I'm going to deglaze the pan using some of my homemade pasta sauce. This will heat up the sauce quickly, and also I'll pick up all those flavorful bits stuck to the pan from the sautéing earlier. If you've been enjoying this video, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any future fixes. Now for plating, I like to use penne, but you can use whatever. We'll add some veggies. Next we'll add that spicy shrimp. Then we'll add some of my homemade pasta sauce. What I really like about this sauce is it is so thick. Look, there's no water. This is going to be really nice. Then to make it pretty, I put a couple shrimp on top. Then add a few more veggies. Sprinkle on some Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. And finally some fresh basil. That presentation is so colorful and inviting, I can't wait to give it a try. Time for a taste test. That's what you call foreshadowing. That pasta sauce is so good with the veggies, blends really well. The pasta's cooked perfectly. Now let's try a shrimp. Look at that perfect C shape. That shrimp is so tender, it just melts in your mouth. It's perfect. If you're curious how I made my pasta sauce, that video is right here. And also, if you want another quick pasta dish, try my lemon thyme chicken. Thanks for watching.
That's about it.